joining Mom's house. In my agenda are 2 projects that I need to complete this weekend. Let me show you what I need for the first project. The first project entails these lovely pieces. Let me show you the box that's involved with the second project. This is the second project. This end to open. Got it. I have to use this for this project, and I have to figure out what bit will work the best. I'm starting out with this lovely garbage can. I'm hoping that this works for my purposes of what I want to accomplish. Stick with me to find out what on earth I'm gonna do with this garbage can. Now we're gonna go find out if this is the right size bit for this. I may need to go up a bit size. I would love to take credit for this project, but I can't. I saw it on Instagram and then reached out. So her name is Courtney. Go follow her on Instagram. She's under Green Cattle's Pasture, and I will tag her in the video. But I saw this on her Instagram story and I was like, oh my God, this is genius. I was just going through my chicken water dilemma where we were having flooding in the barn every day for, I was like 2 weeks. Every day I would fill up the water, come back the next day, and the coop would be completely soaked, so I'd have to clean it up. So I needed a solution. This popped up in our Instagram story feed, and I was like, genius! This is the answer to my prayers. And she's the one I am borrowing the idea from. Trying to figure out what height to make it, because I need the water pressure, but the chickens need to be able to reach this thing. See? When they push it with their beak, it opens up the passageway, and then water will drip out and they can drink from it. What do y'all think? What height? The height should be tall enough for the chickens to be able to reach the little nozzle. So I'm gonna give this a try and see if it works. What's the worst thing that can happen? I can just ruin a garbage can. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna make them multi-level. That way I can see which works the best. If I ever need to redo this, I will have real life evidence to figure out what height to put it at. It's not gonna work. I need to go up 1 drill bit in size. I need 1 more drill bit bigger. Drill bit number 4. It's not going in. The panic. 4. None of them work. I have to see if I have a different drill bit for different material. Maybe there's a bigger option. I found 2 more. Bigger. Oh, it works. It's going. You know what? I realized I made a mistake. I should have drilled it on the flush part, and I drilled it on it. Oh. I drilled it on a bump. This isn't gonna sit flush. Rule number 1, drill on the flush part. Learn from my mistakes. Yes, I could have researched this. What's the fun in that? Well, if it leaks, I just wrecked a garbage can, but we'll find out. All right, nipple number 1 is in. Some of you may be wondering why I'm wearing a scarf around my head. If you've followed any of our content before, I'm covering up my wisdom, people. I'm covering up my wisdom. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to some of our other YouTube videos and or our Instagram stories and our highlights, and it'll explain what I just referenced. I'm covering up my wisdom. I did not make a very wise move. Let me show you my wise move that I'm quite frustrated with myself at this point, but I can't undo it. This, don't make my mistake. This was foolish. It's not on a flush part. It should be on a flush. This is not. I'm hoping that this doesn't leak now because of that, because there's a gap here, but I'll let you know. The other thing you need to keep in mind is that make sure that you clean up all the plastic remnants that come off from the drill bit, so that they don't go into the chicken water. And I got a vacuum now too, because I kind of made a little bit of a mess with plastic and my bigger drill bit. So friends, now you know. I was aiming to make a chicken water with the hopes, and my intentions 100% are that this chicken water does not leak, that it holds a big amount of water in there, because when it leaks, the water, obviously the water supply depletes, and then the chickens might not have enough water for the day. We go and give them water every day. But I like big waters so that the chickens have plenty to hydrate from. These chicken nipples I bought on Amazon. I can link it in the description. They're just called chicken nipples. I bought the 20 pack because it was cheaper than buying the smaller pack. I think I paid like $12 for this. The garbage can I got at Menards. I know not everybody has a Menards. All it is a Rubbermaid outdoor trash can. Will not crack or dent. Now I'm hopeful that it doesn't leak either, okay? It says cold weather resistant, snap lid, which is good so that no contaminants go in. It's a 32-gallon outdoor trash can. You can use any type of trash can. It doesn't have to be this one. This is just the one that happened to be in the store at the time when I went shopping for the materials. You need a drill bit. Let me tell you what size this one was for these nipples, but obviously different nipples may be different sizes, so it's always better to, and this is probably common sense, it's always better to start smaller and then work your way up so that you don't make a hole too big in the trash can and then you can't go backwards and seal it. I'm sure there's a way to seal it, but to me that's more work than it needs to be. This is the one I used, 5/16 size drill bit for the hole. Let me show you what I'm going to put this inside the garbage can, and I'll explain why in a moment. This is not a paid endorsement. We are not sponsored. I actually ordered and paid for this material myself. Let me show you what I'm referencing. So, if you have never heard, First Saturday Lime is this product. It's still in the bag. We're gonna put it in here. Let me get one out for you. Oh look, it has a free scoop inside. I was wondering what to use. All right. First Saturday Lime, it's this monthly insect repellent. It is safe for our environment, it's safe for pets, and it's safe for organic gardening. All of these things were really important to me. I have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So let me tell you why I'm putting it in. So I'm putting it into the garbage can to reduce the amount of algae and green stuff that's gonna grow in there, with the hopes that you don't have to constantly dump the water out of the water, and you can simply fill it up, because to dump 34 or whatever it was, 35 gallons every day, that's a lot of water to be dealing with. And the other really cool thing about this First Saturday Lime is you can use it around the outside base of your beehive. And that's really important because ants can invade beehives, and I want to prevent that from happening. So I'm going to, and now it can hurt the bees, so I'm just going to put it around the base of the beehive. I'm not going to sprinkle it in the hive or anywhere near the bees, but just on the ground portion so that it repels the ants. And I will keep you updated if this works. I'm hopeful. It seems like a really cool product. Again, I ordered it. They didn't sponsor. There's no incentives here. I'm just sharing our experiences so that hopefully it helps you make decisions. So I'm gonna go outside in the backyard and fill it up with water to see if it leaks before I drag it all the way to the barn and then experiment. So I'm gonna fill it up on the cement, let it sit for an hour or two, see if any water leaks out, and push on the little nipples to see if the water does come out like it's supposed to for the chickens. and then we'll transfer it on over to the barn and hope it works, because I need a solution to this leaky chicken water problem. And if you have any solutions or any ideas or any waters that you love, leave us suggestions in the comment section. I would be very grateful, because it's from one another in life that we learn new things, and things that work and things that don't work. Experience is key. So I'm outside, I'm gonna get the hose. It's sunny and bright out today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look what my dogs did. They chewed all the rubber off the little knobby. And I'm gonna fill it up with water. Here we go. Up to the point where the water's gonna meet the nipple. I'm too excited. I have to check out if this level works, and then I'll fill up the rest, but this is too exciting for me. It's the little things in life that make it fun. All right, so the water is at this level. Let's see. We got water! This is so exciting for me. Oh my gosh, it works! It works! Let's see if it leaks though, and if the chickens, we'll figure out how to use it. Hi girl. This would be a cool water for you too, huh? You can just push on it and... What do you think, Athena? What do you think? Are you enjoying your back rub from Michael? All right, the first project is complete. I'm so proud of myself. Let me show you. I filled it up with water. All right, you can see that the water level is above all of the nipples. I'm gonna leave it now. I'm going to go get chicken feed and dog feed and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna leave this for a couple of hours to see. When I come back, I'm going to see if there's any water leaking on any of the sides. So far, this one that was my failed attempt, because it's not flush, is not leaking, so I'm hopeful that it works. So we'll keep you updated. Let's turn the water off because I gotta take my son to work. 4 hours later, here's an update on how the chicken waterer is doing. Is it leaking or is it not leaking? What do you all think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Did you think it was gonna leak or did you think it was gonna work? Let me show you what the waterer is doing. And no leaks, not even on that one I kind of installed incorrectly. So now I'm gonna transfer it to the barn. Are you ready for a new water? We're gonna give it a try. It came with this cool little sweeter. You can see the water is a little bit murky now, but it's supposed to settle to the bottom. And I'll keep you updated on whether this works, how happy I am with it, and if I'd recommend it. So that's why I opted for it, because it's organic, safe, and hopefully effective. And the good news, they figured out the waterer! Yay! This is so exciting for me. Let me show you. I am a happy farmer today. That's a success story, at least for today. That concludes the first project. Join me for part 2 to see what the second project is in that big, ginormous box. Thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up if this video helped you out in any way. And we'll see you in the next video, part 2. Bye-bye.